Raymond, good morning. Come in.
Morning. Were you served coffee, breakfast?
Oh, yes. Roland's giving me the royal treatment. There've been people in and out of here all morning, bringing me my breakfast, my dress, shining my shoes. My every wish is their command. Ah, well, not quite every wish.
You sound tired, Sarah. You've been crying?
Oh, let's just say I've been alternating between tears and anger. When Beau gets that letter from me, he's going to be so confused and hurt.
He must know that you could never stop loving him.
He should know that. But he doesn't know that Roland is trying to get you to abdicate the throne, or that he has Megan or Dorian prisoner.
Saying I'm sorry doesn't even begin to express how I feel. God, if only I'd been able to stop
Look,
you and Megan
there's no
coming.
need for regrets or blame. Roland's careful planning is paying off now, and all we can do is go through with it.
No, absolutely not. I refuse to give up. I'm going to find a way, somehow, to keep Roland from carrying out his plans.
Good morning, lovebirds.
Hi, I'm Dan Wallach, Brenda's friend, Stephen's godfather. You must be Mrs. Verdon.
That's right.
Well, it's very nice meeting you. May I come in?
Miss McGillis is out at the moment.
Whoa, wait a minute. I saw her car out on the driveway, and I know that she's not working today. Do you know where she went?
She didn't tell me.
Wait. She obviously must be around here somewhere. Maybe she went over to Michael's and borrowed some sugar or something. I'll wait till she gets back.
You'll have to come back later.
Wait. I'm not leaving here until I see Brenda.
Will you please lower your voice?
Look, if no one's home, then no one can hear me, right?
Just go away and stop making trouble.
What's the matter with you? I could hear you all the way in the kitchen. Why are you yelling at poor Miss Verdon?
Yeah, thanks. It'll be about a half hour, maybe a little bit more.
Is there another reporter who can do it?
No. This guy's the best. Wait for this guy.
Okay.
You sure you wouldn't rather do this at Landfair, this interview?
No. No. See, the boiler at school broke down, so the children are at home today, and they were really upset yesterday over the headline in The Intruder.
You let Kevin and Joey read The Intruder?
Oh, Beau, of course I don't let them read The Intruder. Some of the bigger kids at school were teasing them about it, though, calling their mother a bigamist.
Oh, God.
Well, Clint was wonderful. He explained everything to them, and he calmed the children down, but if these personal attacks on me don't stop...
Okay. You address these claims of bigamy, and then just get right onto the issues. Because believe me, sooner or later, this dirty campaigning is going to catch up with somebody. It's going to backfire.
Let's hope it's sooner rather than later.
Come in. All right, Timmy.
This is camp for you?
Thanks. It's from the Royal Palace in Mendorra.
Oh!
I'll bet you anything that this is from Sara. Yep. It is, and it's...
Beau, something wrong?
She says it's all over between us. She's breaking off our engagement.
Here's what you do when you don't find the rainbows in this time. Here's where you go when it looks like the rain won't end. Don't cry.
Brenda, I was just...
I feel just awful. I didn't know you and Stephen were still here.
Oh, that's okay. Don't worry about it.
I'm very sorry I was short with you, but since I've never met you before, I couldn't be sure whether you were telling the truth or trying to get in and rob the place.
Miss Verdon's sister was robbed last month.
He was a very nice-looking young man, too, and I'm so embarrassed.
Oh, well, don't be. It's okay. I think it's much better that you're careful. Don't you think so, Dan?
Sure.
And there's no harm done. Dan's still here. Next time you see him, you'll know who he is.
Yes.
So, if you wouldn't mind, would you go take care of Stephen for me, see if you can get him away from his place long enough to change him? I haven't had much luck with him this morning.
I'll do my best.
Okay.
What's the deal with Mrs. Verdon?
Oh, she's a really sweet lady, and she takes great care of Stephen. And she makes a good cup of coffee. You want some?
No, no thanks. I got a special mission today.
Oh, yeah? What kind of mission?
I've got a mission for toys, toys, and more toys.
What?
You know the toy store over on Thomas Street?
Yeah?
It's closing out, they're moving into the mall, and there's this big blowout sale. Everything is half price. Some things are even below half price. That's where you and I are going to go over there, and we're going to buy lots of toys. Whoops, and we're going to buy lots of toys.
No,
for
we're
Stephen.
not.
Well, come on, don't give me this, he has enough toys bit. I am his godfather, and I have every right to spoil my godson.
Well, you're right, you do, except Stephen has plans for this morning.
Well, let me ask you a question. What kind of plans does a 9-month-old have?
He has to go to his playgroup.
His playgroup?
Mm-hmm. Miss Verdon has his mornings all scheduled out for him. I mean, everything around here is running like clockwork.
Yeah, well, it sure does seem like Michael, has got you and Stephen just where he wants you. In his own little gilded cage.
Am I going to have to bring someone in to teach you both to smile?
You'll never get away with this, Roland.
Oh, yes, I will. I've already got the wedding planned. His Royal Highness Prince Raymond, heir to the throne of Mendorra, marries the great love of his life days before his coronation. He sacrifices the throne for the woman he loves. What a great story.
Give up this madness right now. Free Megan and Dorian, and I promise I won't punish you. You can be Mendorra's ambassador to some country on the other
Thank
side
you
of the
very
world.
kindly, but I don't want to be ambassador. I want to be king.
Damn it, Roland, I'm offering you a pardon. A chance for a comfortable and a happy life.
Well, thanks, but no thanks. As a matter of fact, you're going to announce your intention to marry this lovely young lady at a news conference this afternoon. You are going to look at my brother as if he were Beau. He's going to look at you as if you were Megan. Do you understand?
I won't do it. I won't go through with this press conference, Roland. I won't.
Don't tell me what you will and you won't do. I'm giving the orders around here.
Not for long, brother. Enjoy your power while you can, because when I face the press, I'm going to tell them the truth. That Sara and I are friends, but we're not in love. We're not going to be married. And all of this is just a farce, a fraud created by my scheming brother.
And I'm going to back him up on every word of it.
What is this, a palace revolt?
Call it what you will, but your press conference is going to backfire.
You're more naive than I thought. The more I talk to you, the more I realize what an ineffective ruler you would be. Well, you would destroy this country within a year.
Raymond's going to be a wonderful leader. And I hope he puts you in prison for the rest of your life.
Your sister and the ambassador are in prison right now. And if I get one hint that the two of you are not madly in love with one another, I'll give the order for Megan and Dorian to be killed. Do you understand?
Her love for you is so obvious to everyone who sees you together.
Well, according to this thing, she tried to deny the feelings that she felt were for Raymond, and she failed. That's why she kept postponing our wedding. It also says here that even if she wasn't falling for Raymond, she still wouldn't want to marry me. As hard as I try to keep Clint and Viki and Dad's problems from affecting us, it never worked. We always ended up on opposite sides, and it was tearing us apart.
This is incredible. I'm sorry.
She says, I'm sorry. I never wanted to hurt you. You're a kind and loving man. I wish I could be the one to make you happy, but...
Oh, I don't know what to say. I don't understand this. This is not the Sara I know.
Did Roger ever say anything about any of this?
No. No, and certainly if Sara had said anything to him, he would have told me. I don't believe it.
Yeah, well, I don't believe it either, Viki, but damn it, it's right there. It's in black and white.
There.
Come on, darling. You must eat something. You won't get your strength back.
I told you I am not hungry. I will eat when I'm hungry.
All right, at least drink some tea. You know, I've been thinking. Why don't you and I go to Mendorra and visit your sister? Hmm? We could stop in Paris on the way. do some shopping. I bet I could even get the banner to pay for it if I wrote an article on high fashion in Paris, something like that.
Talk to Clint about it. I'm sure he'll work something out for you.
So will you come with me?
No.
Oh, come on, Gabrielle. We'd have such a good time.
I would have a horrible time, and I would make it miserable for you.
All right. All right, if you don't want to come to Paris, I shall try and understand that. But surely you want to see your sister dance. Oh, Gabrielle, I'm sorry. Oh, darling, you've got to try and pull your life together and get on with it.
I don't have a life without Max.
Yes, you do. You must have a life without Max. For Al's sake. He needs to see you smile, darling. He needs to hear you laugh. He needs to know that everything's going to be all right. And you are the only person who can convince him of that.
Mom, would you get rid of whoever it is, please?
Gabrielle, it's Sister Amelia. It's important that I talk to you.
None of this makes any sense to me.
Oh, do you mean that Sarah never gave you any clues that everything wasn't all right between the two of them?
Never, never. I mean, yeah, we fought a few rounds over you and Clint. She made an appointment with a counselor to help us work our way through all that.
Well, maybe she really wanted to see the counselor to somehow let you know about her feelings for Raymond.
Oh, come on. If she did, it never came up.
Well, what about her work patterns? Did they change at all? Did she stay at her office later, or when she came home, was she tired?
Viki, I'm telling you right now, things have never been better between Sara and me. I mean in every way. We've never been closer than we are right now.
It doesn't make any sense, you're right. I mean, I know Megan told me Sara didn't even want to go to Mendorra. All she wanted to do was stay here and marry you.
Yeah, she did. She did. The only reason she even went to Mendorra is when Megan and Dorian got all worked up about the way Raymond, this guy, is acting.
I wish we could get through to her and find out what's going on, but the palace operator keeps saying the phones are being repaired.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you something. That's about to come to a halt right now, because I'm calling her.
Well, what if she won't speak to you?
I'm going to tell the operator that it's an emergency. I don't care if I have to reach through this receiver and grab one of those little palace lackeys by the neck. They're going to put me through to Sara.
You're greedy, selfish, ambitious, but I'm still finding it a little hard to believe that you're a murderer, Roland.
Try me.
Roland, you have the kind of life that most people only dream of. Why don't you try to find some satisfaction in your role as prince?
There is no satisfaction in being second. You're as stupid and naive as my brother, or maybe just as spoiled. He has no idea what it's like to want something so desperately that nothing else matters. All my life, I've wanted the things that he takes for granted. He's got position and admiration, respect, power. But now it's within my grasp, and nothing and no one is going to keep me from getting it. If Megan and Dorian have to die, then so be it.
If you kill an American ambassador, there's going to be some kind of an investigation.
She will die in a terrible skiing accident. No one will know that I ordered the death.
Sarah and I will know.
Yes, yes. But if you are choosing between life and death yourself, I find it unlikely that you would tell anyone. Don't get your blood pressure up, dear brother. I need you to look your best for the press conference.
Roland, you are very, very sick.
Why, I want you and Raymond to be happy. With a little cooperation from the two of you, why, everyone can live happily ever after.
You forget, Roland, I still have a great many troops that are loyal to me.
The troops are loyal to the man who holds the power. You haven't held any power in this country for a long time. The days of you snapping your fingers and having everyone hop to attention are over.
Roland, Bob Buchanan is calling for Sara. He demands to be put through to her. He says if he does not speak to her right away, that he's going to contact the State Department in Washington and he's going to create an international incident.
Well, the man is persistent, isn't he?
I don't know what to do. Give him the same excuses we've been giving him all along, that the phones are being repaired.
Rose called here before?
Almost hourly.
I'll find somehow, some way to get rid of him.
No, wait. I know why he's so upset. He got Sarah's letter. What a perfect way to prepare for the press conference. Sara can convince him that everything in the letter is true, and that way when she gets in front of the press, why, she'll be that much more sincere. Put the call through.
No, wait, please. Roland, please. Writing the letter was bad enough, but I can't talk to him. I can't lie to him like that.
Yes, you can. Just picture your sister, buried in 20 feet of snow with her neck broken. Her destiny is in your hands.
Now, don't tell me you're going to blame Michael for Mrs. Verdon making my life a little easier around here, Dan.
No, Brenda, I am blaming Michael for interfering in your life. Don't you remember the conversation that you had with Michael that he said that he would stop?
Yes, and he has.
Brenda, haven't you given it a second's thought that Mrs. Verdon is acting as a surrogate for him?
Now, listen, I know you don't like Michael, but for you to think that there are a bunch of ulterior motives going on around here, it's crazy.
It makes so much sense.
You know what?
What?
I think you're finding any excuse that you can to jump on Michael, and that's not fair. Come on, this is the first time in months that everything's been manageable in my life. I'm not anxious about anything. I'm not worried. I'm not afraid of anything. So please don't start trouble, Dan. I mean it.
All right. I'm sorry that I upset you.
Okay. I mean, it's just I want you to be happy for me, okay?
Well,
and don't look for trouble where it doesn't exist.
Okay, all right. I'm happy that everything in your life is going great.
Great.
Have you seen the new condos by the lake?
No, I haven't.
Well, you know, I hear they're having problems selling them.
Are they?
Mm-hmm.
Thinking about buying yourself a condo, Dan?
No. As a matter of fact, I was just looking to see if I could find some inexpensive sublets. They got some great stuff for kids. They had swimming pool, softball, diamond.
Well, if you're thinking about finding an apartment for me, don't do it. And I told you, I'm happy here.
Now, come on, Brenda, look, what is the harm in trying to find something bigger and better?
Something that's 3 times as expensive that I can't afford?
Well, what
and
if
you're not going to be paying half of my rent, Dan.
What if I found something for you that you can afford?
This is exactly why I left Larry, because I get so tired of having to defend myself, defend Michael, defend my own ability to lead my own life.
Look, Brenda, this has nothing to do with Michael. And I'm not telling you how to lead your life. Look, I'm just thinking of you and Stephen. Now, wouldn't you be happier living in a neighborhood with young mothers and young kids?
I told you, listen, I have looked for every possible apartment in this town. I can't afford anything.
What if I found you something that you could afford?
Okay. You know what, Dan?
What?
If you find something that you want me to look at, I'll look at it.
You got it.
So you're telling me that Tina is responsible for all these delays?
I'm telling you that her attorney has tried to convince her to listen to reason, yes.
Hell, Tina could listen to reason. We wouldn't be sitting here now trying to work out terms of a divorce. You know what this is? I mean, this is her damn pride. That's what this whole thing is all about. I mean, she's just upset that I told her that I couldn't be married to her anymore, and she's still upset about this whole thing with Debra. I mean, that's what's happening here. She is trying to get to me, and she's gonna hurt our son in the process. I don't understand how 2 people could be so much in love and then have something like this happen. I don't. All right, so, what are my options?
It's like I said, Cord. You can either settle on her terms or you can fight it out in court with her. If you fight it out in court, it's gonna be a real court battle, and you said you didn't want that.
No, I don't. I don't want to put my little boy through that. I had hoped that Tina would be reasonable about this. I had hoped that she might love our son enough to want to act responsibly. All right, say I do decide to go to court. I mean, I could end up getting full custody myself, couldn't I?
Yeah. And I think you've got a pretty good shot at it. Considering Tina's background, considering her actions the last 6 months, you got a pretty good shot at it. But it is going to be a media circus, I assure you.
What happens if we start stalling a little bit? We just drag our heels and just make this thing take, I don't know, a couple months longer than it should. Might give her some time to think, might give her some time to come around, might give her some time to compromise.
It might. It's a tactic I used successfully before.
All right, let's go that route for now.
All right. I've got to warn you, though, Cord. I'm not going to be able to see this through to the end. I've been appointed acting district attorney while Herb runs for mayor.
But I will do this. I will point you in the direction of the best possible representation you can get.
Fine, John. You give me your recommendations. Tina's not going to get her way this time. And I'm not about to drag my son through some legal battle. Now, we're going to wear her down. She's going to come around to my way of thinking. Because nobody is going to take my son from me. No one.
Debra, hi. Come on in. Listen, I can't stay long, but I'm on my way to rehearsals, but I wanted to see you and see how you're doing and find out how your mother is.
My mother?
Yes, on her skiing holiday.
My mother? Well, she and Megan are having a great time.
Your mother's on holiday with Megan Gordon?
Yes. As a matter of fact, she called last night, and she said the weather was absolutely wonderful. They have lots of snow, and the slopes are really fast. Nothing exciting to report, though.
Well, that's great. But Cassie, you okay?
No. Debra, can I trust you to keep a secret?
Oh, yes, I knew something was wrong. What is it?
Nothing.
Yes, there is.
It's just that I'm really afraid. I'm just really nervous. I just keep thinking about my mother and Megan at the ski resorts. And all the lecherous men that just might be using them for their money.
Oh, Cassie, your mother's a really sophisticated woman. I think she can look after herself.
I hope you're right.
Yeah. Hey, I keep thinking about the time when I saw those guards, what I thought forcing her into that car. I feel so foolish about that.
I told you. What you saw was real. A real simulation. I mean, just in case my mother ever gets kidnapped, you know. You haven't told anyone, have you?
No. Why?
Well, I just don't think that Raymond would want something like that publicized.
Yeah, I understand.
So, is this the new bracelet? It's really pretty.
Thank you. It's brand new. Well, it arrived in the post. It was meant to be here in time for the ballet.
Did your mother send it to you?
Cord.
He must miss you.
No, I don't think so. It's just like a, friendship gift. Sort of good luck for the ballet.
Do you miss him?
Well, I've been so busy with the ballet and the performances and everything. Yes, I miss him. I miss him a lot.
Why don't you call him and thank him for the gift?
Well, have you spoken to anyone in Landview? I mean, I've got so many questions, like, are he and Tina really split up? Is she going to California, et cetera, et cetera?
Well, listen, if you call him, then you can find out the answers to all of these questions.
Well, I just can't help thinking that I should stay here and concentrate on my ballet and just get as far away from Landview as possible.
Sarah, it's Bo.
Hi.
Well, hi. Thank God I finally got through.
Yeah, we're having some trouble over here with the phone lines. How are you?
I'll tell you how I am. I just got this letter telling me that you and I are through. What the hell is going on over there?
The truth is, I asked Sister Amelia to come over.
Oh, I'm glad she did. I was planning on coming over anyway. And I was so concerned about you at the service for Max. And I was hoping that you would accept my invitation to come visit me at the church.
Well, I had other things to do.
You had to grieve and you wanted to do it alone, I understand.
But the time for that is over, darling. It's time now to... All right. I hope you have more success than I've had. It seems I'm only making matters worse.
Oh, I doubt that. I'm sure Gabrielle has found great comfort in your love and support, whether she knows it or not.
I hope so. Goodbye, darling. I'll pick up Al at playgroup, shall I?
Yes, thank you.
Right.
You know your mother is only trying to help.
Yes, and I don't need her help or yours. I don't need anybody's help, unless you can bring Max back. Can you do that?
Of course not.
Right. Well, then don't waste your time as well as mine.
You need peace now.
That's what you were searching for when I first met you. Do you remember? It was prayer that saved you. It was always through prayer that you found peace. Isn't that true?
It was true.
And Christ said, "In my Father's house are many mansions. I go to prepare a place for you." God knows the secrets of our hearts. He knows the agony and loss that you feel. Will you pray with me?
Take this. Give it to some other unsuspecting soul who can believe that God will answer their prayers, because I am finished praying. And I am finished believing.
Sarah, what is going on?
I told you, it's all in the letter.
I don't believe one word of this letter.
Well, you have to believe every word of that letter. Look, I'm sorry that I didn't say something to you before I came over here, but I just...
No, listen to me. Listen to me. Are you telling me that you don't love me anymore? Honey? Please, just talk to me. I know that you still love me, damn it.
No.
Yes, you do. Why do you keep saying you don't?
Because I love Raymond.
Oh, this is the craziest. I don't believe this.
Listen, Bo, every second that we spent together was just wonderful, but it just... Once I met Raymond, everything changed for me, and I just...
Listen, I'm not hanging up this phone until I hear you say that you don't love me.
You're a nice guy, Bo, but it wasn't meant to...
Just say it. Say that you don't love me.
Why can't you just accept things?
Why can't you just say it?
I don't love you!
Oh, God.
Bo, please, wait. Just don't hate me, all right? Just please don't hang up.
I'm here.
Sweetheart, listen to me. You know me better than anyone else in the world, and you know that I would...
I do.
I have to go. That was like sticking a knife in his heart.
We've no time for pity. You and Raymond have a performance to give.
Is that Helga who just entered?
Yes. The press has arrived, and they're waiting downstairs. Sarah, please, fix your makeup.
I will go and greet our guests, and then I will escort them to the ballroom. One false move during the press conference, and I will give the order for Megan and Dorian to be killed.
Raymond, how can we go through with this?
Just keep thinking about Megan and Dorian.
I have to find some way to signal to Bo that I'm lying.
Sarah, my brother is way out of control. I mean, he could give the order in any minute to kill all of us.
It's a risk I have to take.
Then she slammed the phone down in my ear.
I still don't believe it.
I read it in her letter. I heard it right from her lips. Viki, I love that woman. I love her more than I've ever loved anybody, anything in my whole life. And I'm not about to give up on her without a fight.
Well, what can you do?
I can make a reservation, I can get myself a visa, and I'll be on the first flight to Mendorra.
Well, look who's here. Where have you been? And have you been eating properly? Don't you, Aunt Wanda, me? Somebody's got to think about your nutrition. Now go sit down, and I will get you a blue plate
I don't have time to eat. I'm looking for an apartment, something in a nice neighborhood that's affordable with lots of kids.
You're looking for an apartment? What is wrong with your apartment?
Oh, nothing. Do you know anybody in real estate?
Of course I know people in real estate, but why are you looking for an apartment with kids? I mean, you work all night, then you got to sleep during the day.
Oh, it's not for me. It's not for me.
It's not for you. Dr. Larry, your father, he's looking for an apartment?
No, see, it's for Brenda.
Brenda? No. Brenda was in here a couple of days ago, and she said that she is very happy with that the cottage in Grandview.
Well, you see, she wants to move to a place where Stephen can interact with kids.
Kids? Oh. Yeah, I got a neighborhood full of kids.
Oh, it's Mr. Acting DA. You just finished breakfast and I come back for lunch?
No, I'm back to ask you to give this to a client, if you don't mind.
Oh, no problem. No.
Do you have any affordable apartments in your neighborhood?
I'm not a realtor, but I do have my loft, which is going to be available as soon as I get my furniture out.
You are selling your loft?
No, I'm leasing my loft. You see, I want to put less distance between me and the courthouse, save on travel time, so
I see.
I thought I'd do that. I was going to put an ad in the Banner tomorrow, as a matter of fact.
Well, how much are you asking for a month?
I haven't even thought about it. I guess it depends on the person.
Well, how about somebody like Brenda McGillis?
Brenda McGillis?
Uh-huh.
Brenda could pay me whatever she wants.
Oh, that's great. I mean, it's not very great business. You're supposed to be a lawyer.
Yeah, it is.
No,
I
it's
know
not.
that Brenda will take
but
care
it
of
is
my
great
place.
for Brenda.
And she won't wreck it, and she won't be listening to loud music disturbing the neighbors, right?
No, not at all. Is there a place for Stephen to play?
There's a little park right next door. It's got a swing set, a teeter-totter, the whole works.
Terrific, terrific. Could you hold off on that ad until I speak to Brenda?
Yeah, I'm not in any rush.
Thank you, John. Thanks a lot. And Wanda, hold that blue plate special. I will be back.
Come in.
Your secretary said you were back.
Yeah, I'm back. Did you do your interview?
Yes, I just finished it. When are you leaving for Mendorra?
Their embassy won't give me a visa.
Why not?
Because so many people in this world want to go to this coronation that this rinky-dink little country can't even accommodate them all. They're restricting the amount of visas that they issued.
No, that doesn't make any sense at all. Raymond was over here trying to promote tourism in Mendorra. Good heavens, the coronation would add millions to their treasury.
I explained that to the guy, and he wasn't interested in listening to it.
Well, call Dorian. I mean, she's the ambassador. She'll fix it for you, right?
I did call Dorian. She's off on some ski holiday. Now, how the hell could Dorian Lord go away on a vacation just before Raymond's coronation?
Dorian has always done exactly as she pleased. Why would a coronation stop her plans for a holiday?
Do you think this Raymond would give people orders just to keep me out of that country?
If you had asked me that an hour ago, I would have said no, but now I don't know.
Listen, you know that there's a live press conference right now from the Mendorran Palace on TV?
A press con? What's it about what?
I don't know.
Your Highness, is this a wedding announcement?
Sarah, what's it like to be called the new Princess Grace?
Would you like to comment on the fact that Miss Gordon is a commoner?
Ladies and gentlemen, please, please. His Highness would like to make a brief statement, and then he will field questions from the floor. Now, may I add on a personal note that it gives me great pleasure to present the luckiest man I know. My brother, Prince Raymond, heir to the throne of Mendorra.
People of Mendorra, ladies and gentlemen of the press, I come to you today to make an announcement of great importance to the nation. Sarah, I think you should be beside me when I say this. This beautiful woman, Sarah Gordon of Landview, Pennsylvania in the United States, has been my teacher and my friend. And now she's become even more, much more. I am honored to announce today that Miss Gordon has agreed to become my wife.
His wife?
Ladies and gentlemen, if I may...
What the hell is going on here? Bo, did you know anything about this?
I realize this has the potential to create a constitutional crisis in our country, but I'm willing to accept the consequences, even if it means abdication. To paraphrase another prince from another day, I will not wear the crown of Mendorra unless I can share it with the woman I love.
This is all a pack of lies, man.
When my husband and daughter were killed, I felt the same feelings that you're experiencing now. I lost faith in God, in mankind, in myself. It was a terrible nightmare that I truly believed would never end, but it did. Slowly but surely, I opened my heart. I took comfort in my faith and the comfort that others offered me.
Good for you.
Yes, it was good for me. And it will be good for you as well.
Max was good for me, but God took him away.
We do not die at death. We merely change. And Max's life may be over here on Earth, but he lives on in Al. He survives in the friendship he gave to others, in the results of his generosity, and the love he shared with you.
Yes, I believed all of that. I was so wrapped up in the love of God that I was going to give my entire life to him, but my feelings have changed. I shall hate God for the rest of my life for the joke that he played on me.
God is not playing a joke on you, Gabrielle.
What would you call it then? Why did he save him once and then take him away? Why didn't he just let him die when he was shot by Serena?
I can't explain God's reasons any better than you can. And that's what faith is all about. Accepting God's will. And I hope that very soon you find a way to continue on without Max. But no matter what you say, what bitterness and pain you feel, I know that God will forgive you. His love is infinite.
Well, I don't want his love or his forgiveness. I don't want anything from him.
Gabrielle, please don't abandon the thought of making a new life for yourself. In time, God's love will heal you, if you will only give him a chance.
All right, you have delivered your homily, sister. Now, would you go? I don't want you to come back. I can take care of myself.
You might need this. You never know. Even if you won't pray for yourself, I'll pray for you.
And now my fiancé would like to say a few words.
No,
Go on, darling. You'll have to get used to this.
Today is the happiest day of my life. I always dreamed of finding my Prince Charming. Now I have. And yet, as happy as I am, I also feel a certain sadness. Because the people of Mendorra may feel somewhat betrayed. I just hope one day that you can understand and forgive why your prince has put his personal desires in front of the obligations that he has to your country. And as happy as I am today, I also feel a certain sadness for someone close to me who might feel somewhat betrayed. Oh, if you're watching this, I'm so sorry. I never meant to hurt you. I'm very sorry for this sudden change of heart and any pain that it might be causing you. And as for my family, I hope that they'll understand. I'm talking about my mother and my father, Roger and Victoria Gordon.
Did you hear what she just said?
Oh, she called me her mother and said I was Victoria Gordon.
Look at the two of them are standing there like a couple of space cadets.
Sarah is so upset and confused and frightened.
On behalf
they're
of the
both
royal
lying through
family,
their
I would like
teeth.
to thank
I know. It's obvious that she's trying to cover something up. She's trying to send out some kind of a message, but I have now no idea what it is.
Wait a minute. Dorian spent a long time when she was here trying to convince Megan and Sara that old Raymond had become a recluse and become paranoid.
Yeah, that's why she badgered Sara into going over there. I'll bet you this is something that Raymond probably cooked up just to ease this whole political situation, and I'll bet anything Sarah's going along with it.
Wait a minute. This wouldn't help the political situation. This would make it worse. Besides, if he has to abdicate his throne, that would have very serious consequences.
Yeah, well, there's only one way to find out the truth, right? I'm going to Mendorra.
Bo, the embassy won't give you a visa.
Yeah, and we know why, right? Nobody wants me over there raising hell because Sara decides to marry Prince Charming. That's too damn bad.
But if you can't get into the country, you can't get there.
I will fly to Austria. I'll call in a few favors from my contacts from the State Department. They'll get me a visa.
Wait a minute, Bo. I'm going to go with you.
Nah, Cord.
Hey, now stop it. You're not even going to talk me out of this, all right? Sarah is obviously in deep trouble. That means you're going to need all the help you can get. Besides, I can use some of my press contacts and help you get that visa.
All right. There's a flight to Salzburg, Austria at 2 o'clock. Can we be on that flight?
Piece of cake, we're on it.
All right, I got to talk to my associate producer. I'll meet you at the airport in an hour.
Bo!
What?
Cord, please, be careful, please. If you can, give me a call, let me know what's going on.
Tomorrow, following Full House, Eddie steps between nerdy Steve and a school bully on Family Matters. Then will success go to Balky's head when he gets a promotion? Watch Perfect Strangers. And after, Cindy's date gets out of hand on Just the 10 of Us.